That it is.
Hey, morning.
Morning.
Hey, morning.
We didn't really have, or I guess you guys did talk a little bit.
What's that? You're muted, Ryan.
Oh, we were just talking about Wednesday meeting.
Yeah.
Like with Tara, you guys did you guys talk about it much?
I put
No.
a couple things on, the couple things that we did talk about, I put on stand-up, and one has been picked up, and then the other one was the book by anyone. Sequence numbers are gone. But that was really good.
Yep. And then Ryan, I saw your thing you tagged us in. I'll go find out as soon as this is over about the corner rounding. See if we can get that taken care of.
That's great.
I
I
just
can
saw
also ask her to send over her notes.
Oh, that's okay. I was just wondering. I just wanted to listen through it to see if there's something else that I needed to know. But that's okay.
Yeah, we didn't talk about a whole lot. She was in the middle of something, and we were. Anyways, let's go ahead and run through stand up, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. While I was working on the reprints stuff, I added a couple of fixes, and also I put a script there. And I was doing that via cloud, and I didn't found any problem running the script. I wonder if we could make because I read the email for from Mariana that she wasn't able to reprint completed batches or things like that. I wonder if we can add the reprint anyway option for those cases instead of changing the status of the batch. It's just a thought.
No, so Scotty, I thought you had information from Dan that we needed to allow it if it was in the last two steps.
Yeah, I just created the story. It's in.
Oh, we'll talk about it soon then, Mario.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, I was also working on the story for Split by Finishing. I instructed Cloud to make the investigation. I share that. Also, I need to share another finding for more product used in finishing. So we can make a better decision for that. I am going to add that note. And well, I think this is pretty much my status so far. I will need to also make some adjustment in a common input request, and well, that would be my day. That's it for me.
Okay. For me, it was the rough cut thing. I struggled a lot until I could find the solution a few minutes ago. So yeah, kind of. Yesterday it was good progress, but I got stuck with some lines that were not rendered. I really didn't understand what was going on until I found an alternative solution which I really didn't like, but was working. So I decided to spend more time looking into why the original didn't work, because the alternative was just not good. It was going to work, but anyway. So a few minutes ago, I could find it. I don't fully understand why something is happening. I commented that out in the code as it is. I will run the tests, validate everything is fine. We'll create a pull request, but still I want to understand why
Yeah.
I had to do that thing the way I had to
Okay.
do it. So, yeah, I will need also your help, Brian, to double check things are the way we expect.
Okay.
That was all these last 24 hours. So I will continue with that unless it's good for me to move on to something else. And but I don't think we will deploy this today, right? Because it's Friday. But
Yeah.
But anyway, I really want to wrap that up and finish it. So I will spend
So-
some more time there.
I thought, yeah, I mean, I think just, well, I don't care which way we go. I would tend to not do it today, but I got the feeling I got from Scotty yesterday is Dan wanted it out right away, even if it's tomorrow, even if it's today. But I don't know for sure. So,
Yeah, he didn't necessarily say release, but he said we can't have the solution by Friday. So I understood that, like you did. So maybe we can run it by him and just see, like, hey, we do have a solution, but we're not quite ready to see what he wants to do with that.
maybe he'll want to review it.
Yeah,
Well,
because it turned out to be a lot more difficult than I think his original intent was, which is, happens.
Did he give a reason why he would be so anxious to release it on a Friday?
Because it's just
Yeah.
missing. It's problematic for case finding the way that it's coming at the case making. It's not working the way that they need it to.
Yeah. And so,
It's working the way that we designed it, and it was told to us, but they've understood that it needs to be slightly different. So
yeah.
I'm guessing that the earlier we can do it, then that sets up Sunday night so that when they print them, they'll be correct.
Yeah.
And anything that comes in over the weekend will also be correct. So it's like it gives us 3 extra days of correct files instead of the other way around.
What about risk on it? What does the risk look like?
What's wrong is wrong, and then we've got 3 days of bad stuff we have to fix.
How long has it?
Would it
Went out
affect more
on
than
the,
just Catholics?
Went out on Wednesday.
Oh no, this
No,
is chapters.
Okay.
All of our
Well,
case downloads.
The way I did it will just affect covers
Yeah, it's just the
only
covers.
and the rough cut information, which is in the end, yeah, all covers. It's a lot.
All
So
right.
I
Well,
still need to go through all the tests, see if they are expected, maybe do some minor adjustments, but the idea of what the changes should look like, it's there. So that at least can review the main changes to see, okay, yes, that's what we need. Because the first time I talked with Scotty about the issue, I understood something completely wrong. I went to Dan and said, hey, Dan, do we need to do this and this and that? And he said, no, that's wrong. So maybe if he can take a look at the branch and see, okay, yeah, these changes make sense. Make the final adjustments and we're good. But that's all I can offer right now. I still want to see if I need to do some final adjustments or not.
okay. Well, once you get it to that point and submit a PR, then I guess we'll make a decision at that point. I feel like there's a lot of alarm bells going off in my head right now, but maybe I'm overreacting to it.
No, that's warranted. That's why I'm hesitant. That's why I bring it up. I mean, I know he wants it out, but I'm not I'm not sure either. But I just don't. But I also I wasn't here when he was talking to Scotty, so I'm operating on somebody told somebody told somebody. So I just don't know. But I know that at least. So I raised the issue just because I feel like there might be something there, and I don't want to disregard it. But I also don't know for sure that that's something that we need to do.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was like just also pushing urgency to make sure that we stay on top of it, you know?
Yeah, well, let's get it ready then, and then once it gets ready, but just don't push it out until you talk to me. I want to think about it and maybe talk to Dan and see.
The other thing is we will need to re-enqueue a bunch of we'll need to do some file processing on all the covers that are in, so it would be good to do today while nobody's doing anything with them, so.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get it ready at least, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Were you done, Sebastian?
Yeah.
For me yesterday, worked on some cutting planning stuff, but then got kind of wrapped up in some issues we had with the deploy. I was able to fix the press planning, job planning stuff.
What was that? Yeah.
It was very weird. They said that, so I was watching the timestamp go from the back end to the JavaScript, and it was correct, but the JavaScript was truncating the number because it was too big for its number type. And so,
Wow, I see.
And so it truncated it, so it would never line up. So I converted them all to strings so that it can hold it. It's still the same logic with the ticks and everything. It's just a string instead of a number.
Wow. Okay.
So, I mean, it's too coincidental with the time change thing, I think, to that. So I was going to do a little bit more digging, but it was pretty. I mean, I did watch it. You know, I knew we were sending the right value to the UI, and then the UI was getting the wrong value, like it was storing the wrong value right after. So I know there's something there. I just wanted to do a little bit more digging in it because it was too coincidental with the changes we made. I think with the date offset stuff, I don't know how that would have played into it. Maybe it doesn't. It just seemed really weird that it happened the exact same day. And so,
Yeah, that might have been something else there.
yeah, exactly. And so I was going to do a little bit more research.
6 digits stay stable. Normally, I don't think we reached a time in the history timeline that would add an extra digit yesterday. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe,
exactly. I mean, the number was like this long now.
Which font size?
Yeah, exactly.
72?
And so I was gonna do a little bit more digging, but the solution that I have is fine. It does the same thing. I just wanted to understand it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because it was too coincidental to not have something to do with that. So I was gonna do a little bit more digging, but I was able to get them up and running yesterday with that fix. So and then today gonna focus on some cut planning stuff. I'm trying to remember. I feel like maybe that's all I got. So and get that out on stage. Oh, I got a merge staging. I'm gonna fix that. And then I wanted to get the cut planning stuff out on staging, the new version, and let them look at that and see what they think. So that's pretty much it for me.
Okay. Today I have got to look into these books that Rebecca asked me to yesterday. I didn't get a chance to. And I'll look at that, and then I've still got some pull requests to look through and start getting the deploys ready for next week. That's it.
Okay, Rebecca, do you have anything on our stand-up list, or?
Indeed. Brian, you put in View and Scotty. Do you want to go over all these, Ryan?
Let's start.
Woohoo!
Yeah, why not?
Let's
Let's open our poker thing if we want to estimate anything. We'll have it ready.
Okay, this is something that was noticed while I was reviewing pull request. It didn't have anything to do with that pull request, but there were some potential bugs that were noticed that I just wanted to catch and take a look at it. So these were some things that were identified. Looks like just some things we need to look into a little bit more. I thought the message EX instead of message ES was a funny one. Seems like that's going to be pretty easy to fix. So not just fix, but review it and make sure that that is really a bug and that it is really worth fixing. I mean, not worth fixing, but I'm sure it's worth fixing. It's just that make sure that this is accurate. These were just identified by Claude, but didn't really pertain to the pull request, so I put it in as a different story.
Is something we want to vote on?
One other, we can vote on it first, and then I want to talk about something else with it.
Okay.
So one of the things that I know that we had created a process where, with DevOps, where we would put in story requests, and then we would decide if we were going to do them, and then we would turn them into stories. But it feels like we aren't really using it that way anymore. So I've just started setting them in as user stories because that's one less step we have to do to convert it to a story from a story request. Do you feel like we want to still have them as story requests instead of stories?
No, I think you're right. I don't think it is ever really going that way, so might as well cut that step out.
Yeah, great. That's why I just added it as a user story this time.
Okay, put an XS on that. Okay, you're already ahead of me on that. Any other questions on that?
For everyone, so if I ever need to do a new story, just a story.
Yeah,
Yep.
and if we decide to abandon it, we will
Just do a bug instead of a bug report. We'll just start doing.
And
okay.
should this go in the
sprint to
current?
get fixed? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was my question.
I guess this is really it's not really a bug because it wasn't a bug reported, but it is a bug. But we'll just leave it as a story. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Okay.
It's another thing that found while I've been running some tests is that sometimes the cell stitch processing test will fail, but if I run it by itself, it passes. So it's one of these that's got it fails during parallel test execution. So I asked Claude to create the story and also to create a suggested prompt so that we could use that to start with. But we just want to harden that up so that it can run reliably in parallel.
Any questions on doing this, or you guys want to vote on it?
I just did vote.
Okay, small it is.
Okay. This is a story to build out the. It's probably a little more wordy than we need, but it does cover everything, so I think that's helpful. But we need to allow customers to send in a shipping label on the standard API. So it'll be an order level file. So we need to do that. We need to save it during download. We need to also create the new shipping method in the shipping provider, and then modify the shipping so that so that it doesn't try to send it to desktop shipper or Shipwise, or won't allow you to ship it through digital shipper because the shipping method doesn't exist. That sort of thing. When we ship it, we will not record a tracking number. We'll just put no tracking or label provided or something like that, and that's the whole end-to-end thing. So
I just want to say this is a beautifully written story. Holy moly!
yeah, it does. It's very well thought out. It's I gave it a lot of information. We worked back and forth on some things, and I went through and reviewed the final. I actually had it, if you scroll down, I had it dive further into technical because I wanted to kind of push it there, and so we've got some suggested numbers, and it all looked good to me, but that doesn't mean that when you get into it, you're not going to go, that doesn't make sense. So don't take this as it has to be this way. This is just my thought process and getting it all out on paper so that we can get a good solid.
And you had Claude write this for you then, yeah?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
It's all
I like that.
I mean, I just worked with Claude to tell it what we needed and how, and Claude did all of the summary.
I mean, that's awesome.
Pretty
Like
good.
that's like a true how the story is supposed to be written. As a
I know,
partner, I
it's-
want to, so
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
I've been learning about how we're supposed to. I've never I mean, everybody. My background is not development, so
Yeah.
when it talks about stories, I don't know what that means, but now I'm starting to get the idea because Claude knows.
Yeah, when I've gone through my certification, that is how it's supposed to be written. As of this, I want to do this so that I can this. That's gorgeous.
But,
Is this for mixed tiles?
It is.
It is, yeah.
So we do need to do this pretty quickly. They're going to start building their integration with us.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even think about having the AI write your story. I love that. I'm going to start playing with that too.
Yeah. You do have to coach it. Don't just
Sure.
You have to
Yeah.
kind of give it as long as what you put into it is what you're going to get out.
Right. But a lot of times it's just like the organization of how
Yes.
a normal person writes it. They just
Yeah.
follow and so then you can read it and be like, okay, and tweak it a little bit.
Yep.
Great.
Yep, exactly.
Like it.
And
So
Chad,
fun
if you'll
I'll go.
reply to that email from Mixed Tiles and let them know that we are moving forward with we're
Sure.
adding this to our standard API so that they can pass that along.
Who was that from? Was that yesterday?
No, it's several days, maybe last week or early this week. I don't remember.
Okay, I'll search for him.
We're just waiting on Sebastian's vote.
Oh, sorry.
Put a medium on that one. Was the email from Mari or was it from Mixed Tiles?
I think it was from Mixed Tiles.
Scotty.
Oh yeah, this is the
Oh.
rules for when you can put in a reprint on batch completed. I talked to Dan about it, and he said, once the batch is completed, as long as it was within the last two steps of its tasks. So you can do two. He said two.
Wait,
just be
what do you
generous.
mean by that? It's completed, but as long as it's within the last two.
So like if it was completed and like packaging is active,
Packaging is
Right.
always active.
It's always active.
We run complete packaging.
Yeah. Unless somebody happens to scan the batch record and mark it complete, but I don't think it ever will be. So I mean, it's not ever going to be not complete. I mean, so we can just remove the completion.
Unless we
Like
start
Mario said.
completing it. Maybe we
Yeah,
can
that's a
start
good point.
completing it as part of the process.
Yeah, I don't know that this doesn't make sense to me. If so, I just lean towards more Mario's where if it's completed, say, hey, this looks like it's completed. Are you sure?
And maybe I just wrote it down wrong too, because the idea was like if it got completed at manual cutting, because they put in a reprint, that it would then.
Oh, I see. Okay,
So it's not.
That's fair.
Does that make
that
make
makes
more
sense.
sense?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that does. That makes more sense. That's helpful. Helpful.
Is there a better way?
information.
Is there a better way to write that, or
Put that in there.
just like?
What was this last thing? Sorry, I missed.
And so,
that
like,
earlier.
if somebody does if the batch gets to manual cutting and somebody puts in a reprint at that point, that means that we don't want, that's a completed batch that we don't want them to be able to put a reprint in on again because it's already been put in. But if the batch made it all the way to packaging or the second to last step, if either one of those are active, it's okay to be completed and still put a reprint in. What he's trying to do
I
is
see.
he's trying to stop
see.
it. If it gets to manual cutting, somebody puts a reprint in, that batch is now complete. He doesn't
Right.
want a reprint put on that batch.
On
Yeah.
that one, I see.
And that makes a lot of sense. That's helpful.
Okay.
Got a vote open for that if you're ready to. Hey, Ryan, I was looking back through my emails. I was not listed on, that was from Dolov. And so I know about it because you had written a response and included me on the response.
Oh, good. Okay.
But I was not on the,
Looks like you're not on there. I'll reply and add you. Thanks.
if you add me, then I'll respond to it.
Okay. Okay. There you go. I found the email too. It was just Wednesday this week, so that's good.
I think we're still waiting on you, Sebastian.
Oh, again, sorry. I'm waiting on Rebecca to finish typing.
Oh, you might be waiting a while.
It might change my estimation.
What else can I write? Let's see.
Refactor APA Central to
Start
I
over.
we're gonna want to do a model change.
change ABC PDF to new PDF library.
Also,
Small on that one.
Right.
oh, that's not right. And this one is urgent because until this is completed, Scotty's having to. What are you doing in the database to allow reprints to be put in? Oh, you're uncompleting batches.
Yeah.
So this is like what Mari requested this morning and Zulema did last night, right? That's that problem. Yeah. Okay.
Are they coming in on Sunday, by the way?
Printers will come in on Sunday.
Hopefully they don't need any reprints.
No, if we can get
Alright.
this targeted for a Monday, that would be great.
That'd be
for a
awesome.
Monday
Yeah.
deploy.
Yeah.
Did we discuss this? I feel like we did. Then maybe.
So back
Uh,
to another one. Whoever ends up picking that one up, just
Which
put
one?
in the note, like when they pick that up, when you do your pull request, just put in there at Ryan, target deploy Monday, just so that I can remember because I've got so many pull requests that I'm trying to manage, and
Bounce
just
them
an
all.
extra reminder would be good to make sure we get it in. Thank you.
You don't need a tag, just write at Ryan.
Well, he's gonna get.
Yeah, I don't want to get that one. I want it
Oh,
later on.
got it.
When the pull request
Okay,
gets
I
done, I might be
misunderstood what you said. You want whoever submits the pull request to.
Yes.
Got
Yes,
it.
please.
I apologize.
I was like, I don't think he wants that.
That sounds like if somebody has time today to pick that one up, that would be a good one. And that one you can just assign to Sebastian. I think you were looking at that, or you were going to at some point. That one doesn't have to be today, but
Okay.
you were gonna look at that one. I believe yesterday you said you were gonna look at it when it came around, right?
Yep.
And I know that's one that Tara, for whatever reason, is always hot on, so let's not let it get too far away before we take care of it. But I think that other thing you're wrapping up is more important right now. Okay, all of my stuff I want to wait till Chuck gets back to start going over. I think that's it. Does anybody else have anything else today?
Have we heard anything from Jamie on the sample minted payload?
Okay. That's good for me at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go talk to her. What's the, because we're planning on going live on Monday, right? Is the idea with that? And we're just trying to see if the question that we have, the
This
biggest
is for
question
the
we have is have they
envelope.
had any problems, right?
This one's for the.
No.
Successful.
Different minted one.
Yeah, this is for their.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the,
Shipping method.
The shipping method.
Is the one that you're talking about. This one's
Yeah.
different.
But anyway, these envelopes, it's a project for July as well, if I'm not wrong. And then they will launch another one for October. That's what the email said. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure we won't need any code change.
okay.
Just want to double check that.
Okay. All right. Anything else then? Okay. Well, have a great Friday, everybody.
Okay, an excellent weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Enjoy.
See ya.
Hey,
See ya.
Mario and Sebastian, can you guys stay on for just a second?
sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
see ya.
Hey, next Friday is an observed holiday for the U.S. for our 4th of July. And so we're off, and I think so you're welcome to take that day off if you want. I think that in the past, Sebastian, sometimes you would rather take a different day off that might be more relevant in your guys' culture. I'm okay with either one. Just let me know what you want to do. If you want to work next Friday and then take a different day off, I'm fine with that. Or if you want to just take the day off and go do something fun with your family and have a long weekend, that's what we're going to be doing too. So I'm okay with either one. Just let me know what you want to do.
Okay,
Okay, I was
okay,
used to
we'll have that.
in the last 10 years.
What's that?
I was used to use the same days you are
Okay.
taking off, so just to maintain the same behavior.
Okay. Yeah, that's easier for us because nobody else is here. But,
Exactly.
If there's, anyways, just if something else you want to do something, just let me know. But other than that, I'll plan on that then.
Okay, great. If it's really low and there's no other urgency, I can take that day
Yeah.
as well. So
Well, and I wanted
Yeah.
to tell you today so you'd have a week to, if you wanted to make
Mhm.
plans for next weekend, have a long weekend, that would be great. But
Yeah.
so I'll plan on that unless I hear differently from you guys.
Okay,
sounds great.
excellent.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks guys.
Thank
See ya.
you.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.